Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It is 2:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, November 10th, 2021. This is not financial advice. It's educational. Click the subscribe and the bell to be notified when these videos come out. Better than that, click the thumbs up to get this video recognized, but more importantly, share the video with your friends and colleagues. Let them know about the price action of Chainlink. Let's talk about Chainlink. Intraday updates on the Twitter link below. Link below the video. Speaking of Link US dollar is nicely on this long-term trend line. I have not done a Link video, and I forget when, but it's been a long time. But I haven't touched the channel here or this dotted line here. So we're definitely still on this long-term channel. The channel started, yeah, you guessed it, back in May of 2018. And if anyone remembers 2018, this was only 6 months after Bitcoin took a nosedive. Well, this thing has constantly been going up and up and up, and we have been on this very long-term channel. Now, there is a dotted line I had thrown in there. Important to take a look at this for a second. There's some internals on this chart, and these are long-term internals from May of 2019. This is where we're starting to see areas of resistance and support, ebbs and flows throughout time. Over the last few years, this has been going on right under our nose. Right now, we do have a floor of support at 22. It sounds a little scary. It's a good 30-some-odd% down, but man, this trajectory is up. Altcoins are doing well. It's really good to take a look at this. This thing's actually rocking and rolling today. Several daily bars, weekly bars on the way up over the past 5 weeks. Very interesting. So this right here, we could hit resistance around 42. We're at 37 right now. Let's look at the shorter term price action because I think a lot of you like that more. In the meantime, let's take a look. Really nothing to say here other than let's go out a month. Let's go out 3 months. Okay. So now we have a little bit more of a clue as to what's going on here. We definitely have a line of support going back to over a month and a half ago. And showing some support here. Now let's take a look at what are the possible areas of resistance. And there we go. Okay, so we're kind of at the top of the range here. So you have to take pause and reflect for a moment and say, is this where you want to be when Jesus grows up? I'm only kidding. I got that from Joe Dirt, the movie. But anyway, this one hits this resistance area. We could be in for a pullback. However, if it breaks above it, we could be up dramatically. If we pass here well enough, we could be up to 43. That's a good 12-15% from where we're at right now, at least. But anyway, just something to keep your eye on. In the meantime, let's flip over to the Link Bitcoin pair. Now, looking at this right here, this is a nice, and again, I haven't touched this thing in a long time, but this is December time frame. Probably going to happen something sooner before. If it fails to make a move, then this is probably something like that. But honestly, because of the number of touch points over here, it makes more sense to keep the line right here right now because there's far fewer touch points here. It makes it less relevant, but sometimes they are. That being said, this line, this triangular pattern ends on specifically mid to late Jan. But I think something between now and December 15th, something should happen. If we start breaking this line, and by the way, this triangle has been going on for over a year and 3 months. So something to keep your eye on very closely. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at, but we have a floor support of 46.74. It's a good 15% below us. Resistance roughly 57.90. Not too far above where we're at right now. But we'll have to see this thing play out. In the meantime, over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, doing its thing. Right now, we're at 67,650. We've really kind of been in some sort of strange upward consolidation on Bitcoin. A lot of news this morning around inflation surging. Interesting news for those that don't know. Bitcoin is the inflation hedge, and this is why Bitcoin really rocketed today. And strangely enough, if you look at the link to Bitcoin pair at 8:30 in the morning, it did pretty well, just given the fact that it's up so much. But you can see here when Bitcoin ran up very quickly, all the altcoin to Bitcoin pairs went down. Chainlink to Bitcoin went down, was one of them as well. We had hit from 54.92 all the way down to 53.70. But we're still on the upward trajectory. And let's look at the shorter term view of this. It is starting to look like an upward ascending triangle for the Chainlink to Bitcoin pair as well. And you have to respect patterns, especially these. These are the types that really can make a move. But, we are still probably a couple of weeks away from anything dramatic happening, but that's not to say it won't happen sooner than that. Very bullish on Link long term. It's one of the top Web 3.0 technologies, according to Masari.io. Bitcoin dominance showing that we have stable line of support here. Anyway, I'm out. Link USD. Keep it on your radar.